up, you guys? After Show Reacts here, and today I'm going to be reacting to some more Stargate Atlantis. This is Season 5, Episode 19. This is the penultimate episode to the series. So what this means is next week we will be watching the last ever episode of Stargate Atlantis. And then the week after that, there will be a week break. And then we're going to start Stargate Universe. So yeah, I hope you guys are excited about that. I know I am. That's 2 out of 3 of the shows done. Yeah, let's get into it.
Detective Sheppard. Detective Sheppard. Come on, John. I'm breaking this with or without you.
What's she doing here?
If we have a serial killer on our hands, people have a right to know.
The victim was most likely a white male. Got tire tracks leading from the road. Based on size, treadwear, and sped, we're probably talking an older model pickup. We got radiator fluid down here. Looks like the vehicle has a leak. Pretty much the same as the other 7.
Same chest wound.
Yeah. I thought I'd seen everything.
Yeah, me too. One day we'll learn.
What is this CSI fucking editing?
Thomas Crane, reported missing 3 days ago, 39 years old. The other victims had the same chest wound.
I read the other autopsies. The cause was undetermined. All I know is we're not dealing with a contagion.
No chemical residue.
Detective, you'll get a copy of my report.
Okay. So, we're being, like, experimental
When I'm done.
in the second last episode of the series.
What did you say your name was again?
Killer.
I've got 8 bodies in 3 months, and I don't like it when the lead coroner on my case gets replaced by somebody who doesn't look old enough to be in medical school.
I guess I'm flattered. As far as protocol goes, I've been assigned this autopsy, and if you have a problem with that, I'm sure there are other people you should be talking to about it.
Well, I already did.
Maybe someone feels the need for some fresh eyes on the case.
Should have just replaced me.
Do you have any leads?
Got a bunch of bodies being dumped in the desert, and it looks like the life's been sucked out of them.
You really think that's possible?
I don't know where you're from, but out here, anything's possible.
Hi. I don't know. I told you. They said it was a virus or something, probably food poisoning. Not exactly Bellagio. Whole trip's been a useless waste of time, too. My nose is bleeding again. I better go. Yeah, I will. Love you, too.
Turn it down, will ya?
Yeah, it is really rude to be playing music up, like, late.
Sheppard, this is Agent Woolsey. What the hell happened to your eye?
This case moved jurisdiction?
I'm not at liberty to discuss our interests at this time, but I'd appreciate your cooperation.
First few bodies were buried. We only found them because coyotes dragged one onto the 564. Now they're just being dumped out in the open for the vultures.
So is that more careless or more bold?
Somebody want to tell me why the coroner's report on the latest victim shows no signs of radioactive, what do you call it?
Isotopes. I assume because there weren't any found.
Well, there were on the first 7.
Where are you going?
Gotta go see a nurse. Where is he?
Oh, he's not a town or at a motel. Chart should say.
Why you just let him go?
He was seen by a doctor. You get people in with flu-like symptoms all the time.
What made it stand out?
He's also having nosebleeds. Could have been unrelated, also common because of the dry air. But then you mentioned radiation poisoning.
Thanks.
Do you want me to take a look at that eye, John?
No, I'm fine.
Are you gonna call me?
Yeah, sure. Do you know that guy?
Checked out yesterday. That a medical report?
No.
If he had something, I gotta know. Have that room cleaned up properly. Wash the sheets, you know?
Wash those sheets. In the meantime, let me look at your register.
You should do that anyways. He's just gonna wear sunglasses. Why'd you put the eye contacts in?
Please allow me to introduce myself.
Oh my god.
They were fighting. She tried to break it up. You know, it was an accident. We were up all night looking for it. Yeah, but you found it. Out on the lawn, when the sun came up, we got it in the fridge.
And where's the housekeeper?
She's at the hospital. She lost a ton of blood.
Really? Don't they need the finger?
Nah, it's too late to reattach it.
What am I watching?
What finger was it?
Pinky.
And you still got it?
What are you supposed to do with a finger? Besides, I thought maybe she'd still want it, you know?
And what about the dogs?
What about it?
We gotta get rid of them, no?
What do you mean? I love those dogs. I know. I'll see him. Nice hand, huh? Got me again. It's almost like you could read minds, huh?
Only yours.
Look at this guy. He won't even look at me. You've been taking my money all night. You won't even look at me?
Whoa, leave it alone. He's a freaking wacko.
Aren't you a little out of your league here?
What are you, my mother?
Go ahead, Annie.
I do not care about poker. I don't understand it, and it's not entertaining to me. I never understand it.
$22,000 a call.
He doesn't have it.
Shut up.
He didn't have it. No way. Wait, where you going? You can't leave now. Look at this guy. Hey!
What is this editing style?
You don't think that's contagious, do you?
You said the guy next door checked out yesterday?
I never saw him. He used a TV.
You just assumed?
Don't touch anything.
Sure. What is it?
There's a crime scene. Get lost.
Detective?
Got another body here. I was just about to call it in.
I heard about what happened at the casino.
You following me?
There's a satellite locator on your car. If you don't mind, we'd like you to come for a little drive.
I have a choice. All right.
This is a weird episode. It's not like it's playing it for laughs, like a lot of experimental episodes do. It's just weird. What is the... why?
I'm not FBI. He won't sign it.
No, we should tell him anyway. We can't trust him. I think he might be able to help us. Let me at least try.
You know,
I once met another version of you. He was very different.
What?
nothing is what you think it is.
It really doesn't.
Are we just on a different Earth?
Look, we're not bad guys. We just want to keep the planet safe.
I doubt that very much.
I don't expect you'll believe me at first.
I'm about to tell you some incredible things. Wormhole travel through a device called the Stargate. Ancient races of humans on other planets, other dimensions in space and time. Even infinite variations of our own known reality, where alternate versions of you and I play out events in ways you can't possibly imagine.
Space aliens?
They're called darts. Small, fast, single-pilot attack ships. We're lucky we took out the hive as quickly as we did. Each one can carry hundreds of these things. As it was, our 302s had quite a dogfight. Our own space-worthy fighters, developed from alien technology gathered from Stargate travel.
And the guy dumping bodies in the desert?
Is an alien, a Wraith. Genetic hybrid between human beings and something called an Eratus bug. Feeds on human energy. Literally saps the life out of people using a sucker on our hands. Suppose it all sounds like science fiction to you?
Not really a fan.
We did a good job of cleaning up the stragglers after the attack, but obviously, at least one slipped through the net. My team and I usually operate out of Atlantis in the Pegasus galaxy, but we were called back to Earth to deal with this situation because of our expertise with the Wraith. Now, the one that you've encountered has obviously been doing a fairly good job of blending in.
Disguising himself as a human?
Based on your description and the video surveillance from the casino.
What do they normally look like?
Normally, they look like that.
Why do they do it?
They feed on humans. That's just what they are. We're just cattle to them.
Fishing upon. Busy, lots to do here.
No, it's Todd.
This one fancies himself a bit of a poet. Not good.
Dry as a desert outside, no place to go.
He's also delirious from starvation.
Eat up.
Okay, hear me out. This is a weird episode, right? I don't know what it's getting at. I'm sure it'll make sense by the end of the episode. But, do you guys remember how I said I've seen an episode of the show and I thought it was the pilot episode? And the thing that, like, I remembered was a Wraith in a prison. And nothing has felt, like, familiar. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this Wraith in this prison. I've been thinking about it a bit recently. And I still don't know what I've seen of the show. We're nearly at the end and I'm like, I have not recalled the moment in my memory. What if it's this? Anyways, I don't know. I don't remember this episode at all.
Think and hope. Think and hope. Don't look now! Oh, keep dreaming. There must be some other reason for your existence.
Did you get anything from him?
Nothing. Believe me, we tried everything.
Defiance tastes like life itself. No river, no water. Dry as a desert. Darkness all around. The harvest moon is rising. Wraith are never ending. I know the future. Come inside. I'll show you your destiny. John Sheppard.
They can get in your head. You okay?
People ever gonna know the truth?
Not my decision. Personally, I think people choose to live in their own happy little delusions. They don't really want to know the truth. Jennifer?
Rodney?
Other victims had radioactive residue on it.
They all did. Once we got wind of it and our suspicions were confirmed, the whole thing was ultimately going to be covered up. But you tracked down the target before that could happen, which is how you found the motel and the man who reported radiation sickness. He was most likely exposed because he was in the room next door to the Wraith. See, we didn't think to look for bystanders that could have been accidentally exposed due to proximity.
To the alien?
No. However, we do believe that the radioactive material in this case is being transferred from the target to the victims. But the source, it's being shielded from our scanning capabilities.
What is it?
Look, we know that the Wraith don't need to feed as often as the target does. I mean, they feed for pleasure, but not in this case. Not if it means leaving a trail behind.
Some other reason?
If they're sick or injured, they can regenerate, but it requires energy. We believe that the target is unavoidably exposing himself to high doses of radiation and is having to eat to counteract the effects.
What's the source?
He's building a device. We're not sure of its intended function, but we know that he was able to salvage certain parts from his crashed dart before we could get to it. We have reason to believe that he's already acquired some of the necessary materials, but he needs more. He also needs untraceable currency, or we would have found him by now.
So he makes money playing poker. There's gotta be a better way than that.
I guess you could rob a bank. It's risky and it draws a lot of attention. No, the Wraith love games, and with their mental abilities, they are very good at them.
The following is a worst-case scenario, should the device be detonated.
Excuse me.
Based on the material that we
Wait here.
suspect,
It's not a bomb.
we need to be prepared for every possibility.
What would be the point of overcooking half of the United States?
Revenge.
Not his first choice. He wants to send up a flare, signaling the location of Earth to the rest of the Wraith.
He would not need that much kind of power to activate a Wraith communicator.
He does if he wants to send a message to Pegasus and be rescued in his lifetime.
Well, that would require a massive boost.
Yes, it would require more energy than he has now.
Not even a ZPM.
I know.
The kind of burst is uncontrollable.
I never said it wasn't dangerous. It could open up any number of anomalies.
Like the interdimensional rift.
Will you stop bringing that up? Why do you have to constantly remind me, especially in front of other people?
You are such a child.
And yet, I am still smarter than you. Don't worry, everything's under control. Thank you for your cooperation. Detective, if you think of anything else, call me at this number.
If he's not finished yet, why'd he stop hiding bodies?
I don't know. Overconfidence that he can't be caught?
He left money behind.
How much?
A few thousand.
Not enough to worry about, I guess. I'll be in touch. In the meantime, you're just gonna have to trust that we'll handle things as best as we can.
Still can't figure out why you trusted me in the first place.
There's something else I know about you. It wasn't in the sealed file. No one went on record at the time. That field medic, the one you defied orders to go back and try and rescue. You knew her personally. You were involved.
Well, you know everything.
It's a hard choice. Certainly you didn't intend things to go as badly as they did. Things just don't always go the way we planned.
That's it? You're just gonna let me go?
We know where to find you. Detective. Remember when I told you I once met another version of you?
Yeah.
I know you'll probably think this sounds ridiculous, but a little while ago we accidentally opened a rift in space-time. Went through to an alternate version of reality. It's very similar to ours in many ways. I met a team, much like the one I work with.
Oh, you Rod then.
The leader. You were a hero. Saved the world several times over.
So much like me.
I don't think there's much difference between you and that other John Sheppard I met. It's amazing how one incident can entirely alter the course of your life. Still, I like to believe you have the same strength of character. That's why I told you the truth.
What do you want me to say?
For now, nothing.
See, I don't really care about this. Like, we're almost at the end of the series, and we're doing an Earth 2 story, randomly. Like, why should I care?
Visual air and ground sweeps are underway.
Yeah, sensor scans from Deadless are still coming back negative. Given the potential range of damage, an explosive device...
Like, these aren't my characters. Why should I care?
A bomb.
You know, you have been wrong before.
Not nearly as often as you.
Really?
There's been a Wraith out there for months. Somehow he has managed to acquire the potential capability to compromise the safety and security of this planet. So far, despite all the brain power and technology at our disposal, some nobody detective has come closer than anyone else. Tell me, please, how that's possible.
He wants to send up a flare, signaling the location of Earth to the rest of the Wraith.
Wraith are never ending. I know the future.
But that would require a massive boost. Yes, he needs more power than he has.
I'll show you your destiny, John Sheppard.
Recalibrating the scanners to look for similar isotopes at maximum sensitivity just shows us huge patches of radioactive desert.
Or he could have abandoned whatever resources he had and just gone into hiding.
He probably got a job as a Klingon at Star Trek The Experience.
That shut down.
Really? Yeah, I wanted to see that.
Dr. McKay, this call for you. John Sheppard.
Hello.
I found him. It's one of those old silver bullets. It's just a hunch. He said he needed more power, so I drove along some of the more remote power lines into the city.
Harriman, he's gonna tap into the grid.
We should have John Sheppard's coordinates.
I really want to know who signed off on this episode. This is so shit, I'm sorry. Do you like this episode? Tell me. Why? Oh, what the fuck is this?
Crap.
It's not over yet. home of all the rockets. God, what?
We have widespread power outages being reported across the state.
Daedalus is transmitting new sensor data.
Massive subspace event, 10 times the power of an active Stargate, and getting stronger. Scope increases the longer it stays active.
What is it?
It's a transmission, coded in Wraith. I'm working on it.
Target has been acquired, sir.
Take it out.
We have a direct hit. Target has been neutralized.
Transmission has ceased.
You contain the location of Earth.
Is there a chance it reached Pegasus?
No.
But I may have seen this energy signature before.
I know. It looks like the device tore a small hole in the space-time continuum.
You think that was intended?
Couldn't be. Most of the energy meant to carry the Wraith transmission went through the rift.
To where?
Well, there's no way to know for sure.
Other realities.
I'm sorry, but I only care about us right now.
I don't.
Sheppard hadn't found that Wraith when he did. That transmission definitely would have made it through to Pegasus. He saved our asses.
But that transmission would have been stronger in any other reality exposed to the rift.
They could be in a lot of trouble right now.
Well, random nurse lady, I don't think he's calling you. Holy shit, what a fucking waste of time. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Like, if you like this episode, tell me why. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna shit on it. It would be one thing if our characters were, like, in some kind of coma and they were experiencing this. It would be one thing if anything in this episode connected to the show. But no, this is just Earth 2. We're just focusing on Earth 2 characters. Like, we've had episodes where, like, Sam went to, like, another Earth, right? And then, like, that Earth almost gets destroyed or whatever, is about to get destroyed or whatever. And then she ends up coming back to our Earth and it's like, yay, happy days, whatever. Like, we've had episodes like that, and it makes sense, because we're following our character. Bitch, these aren't even our characters. These are not even characters. They're different dynamics and everything. Look, I like experimental episodes. My favorite episode of Supernatural is an episode where they go to a different reality, and the actors, and it's hilarious as fuck. You gotta play into the comedic factor of it, otherwise it's just fucking boring. And, like, and even in that circumstance, it's our main characters going to a different reality. These aren't even our characters. They're named the same, they're played by the same actors, but they're not the same people. And I don't care. It doesn't serve the story at all. This is the penultimate episode to the series. This is literally your second last episode of the show, and you wasted it. Oh my god, I am actually really furious about this. Like, this episode was just obsessed with rock music as well, and, like, random flashes, like we were in CSI Miami. Look, I wanted to watch CSI Miami. I would watch CSI Miami. Dude, there's an episode of Supernatural where they make fun of CSI Miami, and it's funny, because it's only for, like, 5 minutes of the episode, and then it makes fun of another TV show, and then another TV show, and it's funny, because they play into the camp of it. But this was just, like, straight up playing serious. It's like they dropped the Stargate characters into CSI. I don't watch I? I don't give a fuck about that show. What the fuck? Oh, we didn't get Taylor and Ronan in this episode either. And, like, we don't get them every single episode, for sure, but, like, they were sorely missed. I guess the only through line that we had here was Rodney. And, like, from, like, Rodney, because I think he was the Rodney that named himself Rod, and he was like, oh, my name is Rod. They call me Rod in my reality. Which, by the way, nobody fucking called him Rod here. He just said, I'm Dr. Rodney McKay. Like, the fuck, man? What the fuck, man? This was a load of, I feel like I wasted my time. Like, this makes me really mad. Anyways, let me know your thoughts on the episode. Because clearly I didn't like it. And I'd like to know, like, just kind of like, I don't know, your thoughts on the series, what your favourite episode was. Comment below! Give me information to talk about next week. Yeah, hopefully the series finale isn't a fucking waste of time like this one is. Jesus Christ. Whenever I rewatch the show, this episode will never be rewatched again. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you thought, and I'll see you in the next one.